This is Dr. Laura Froyen, and I am so excited to welcome my very special guest, my daughter, Ellie. Ellie's 7 years old, and she's going to talk with us about how to make special traditions like Santa Claus and things like the Tooth Fairy and other things really fun and magical, but not dragons, yes. Really fun and magical, all while telling the truth and being super clear with your kiddos what the truth is while still keeping the magic alive. So she's going to help us with that. So I was going to start off talking a little bit, interviewing Ellie a little bit, and then we will dig into kind of how we've approached this as a family. And I think we'll get to that kind of in the interview. So I just wanted to ask you, Ellie, what do you believe about Santa?
I believe that Santa is a really fun story that we play, and I believe that we should still put out cookies, milk, carrots, and cheese. The carrots are for the reindeer, and the cheese is for baby Santa Mouse.
For baby Santa Mouse.
Yeah. We have a book about baby Santa
We
Mouse.
do. So, do you does something need to be real in order for you to believe in the magic of it?
No, it does not. It does not.
It doesn't. What are some of the things that you believe in the magic of?
Well, unicorns, fairies, the Easter Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
What are some other ones?
Santa, yeah. Yeah. Okay. And so, how did you find out about Santa?
You told me about when on my second Christmas, because I was getting really scared about Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Because, if you think about it this way, Santa coming in, a stranger coming into your house when you're 2 years old, it can kind of spook you out.
Yeah, I think that's kind of spooky to most people, thinking about a stranger coming into your house in the middle of the night, even if they are giving you presents, right? Yeah, so when Ellie was about, I think was 2, maybe so she was 2. It was her third Christmas, but she was 2 years old. It was our first Christmas in this house. She couldn't get to sleep on Christmas Eve. We hadn't really talked much about Santa before then, but people in her life had started talking about it, and we had always framed it right from the beginning that this is such a fun story. If we were going to read a book that had Santa in it, we said, do you want to read the story of Santa? We always focused on it being a story and a game that even grown-ups like to play. But that Christmas, when she was 2, she was really nervous about the idea of someone coming into her house. And so that Christmas Eve, as we were trying to tuck her into bed, we had to tell her, that it's a fun game that we all like to play, but that parents are the ones that help make sure that the gifts are there. And she didn't believe us. She was really held firm to this idea of magic. And so we had to take her downstairs and show her the present she was going to get and the box that it came in, and that we were going to be the ones. We even ate the cookies in front of her just to convince her that no stranger was going to come into her house. And so at the end of that evening, she was ready to go to sleep, and she said, okay, so Santa is real pretend magic. And that really settled her. That really made it feel safe. And it really highlighted to me how capable kids are of existing in that space between truth and real and magic and make-believe. That's a gray area that kids are really comfortable in inhabiting and being in. And Ellie really illustrated that beautifully. And so then the next year, we kind of just let her lead on what she wanted to do when it came to Santa. The next year, she was comfortable with Santa delivering something via UPS, and she was comfortable with us leaving cookies outside on the front step, all as a part of the game. And even though she knew that no one was really going to come to our house, it was still magical, and she believed it enough that she really needed the cookies to stay out on the front step. Now we've gotten to the point where the cookies can be inside, and it's a really fun game. Her little sister has never been scared of Santa or the idea of someone coming in the house. And so Ellie works with us to keep that magic and that story alive and that game alive. So Ellie, I had another question for you, and if any of you have questions for Ellie, you guys feel free to put them in the chat, and she'll answer them for you. I think she's agreed to do this today. Sure. But I was wondering, so some people think that if we tell the truth to children about things like this, that it will ruin it for them. And I was wondering if that was true at all for you.
It's not true for me. It might still be true for your children, but it's not true for me. I'll still believe in the story of Santa.
And has it made anything better for you, knowing the truth?
Yeah, it actually has. It's made me less scared. Like, if I didn't know the truth, I would still be scared.
You see, so if you didn't know the truth, you would still be scared. And what do you like best about the story of Santa?
I like I like how people believe in it, and I like how fun it is, and and I just like it.
It feels good. It feels warm. And so some other folks get worried about if they tell the truth to their kids about Santa, they worry about what will happen when the kids start talking about it at school. And so I'm kind of curious about what you do with your friends when they want to talk about Santa.
Well, one of my friends, Maya, doesn't believe Santa is real, and
What about your other friends?
Well, my other friends do believe in it, and I just go along with the story.
You go along with the story? You were telling me something that they were getting mad at each other. What happened?
Well, so this is kind of like the story. So we were at lunch, and we all were sitting together, and everyone but my friend Kamaya believed that Santa was real. And everyone kept getting mad at her because she didn't believe in Santa. And then I do not understand, but Michelle, she's another one of my friends. She's Kamaya's best friend, and she said, "I don't want to play with you anymore because you don't believe in Santa." And that did not make sense to me. I was like, "What? Like what? What? Like why?" Like I did not make sense. It did not make sense.
What didn't make sense?
It didn't make sense. Like, why would people not want to play with someone just because they had different beliefs? Like,
yeah, and that's right. I mean, that's so true about all sorts. We can have all sorts of different beliefs, and we can still be friends and have a community together. Let's see. Lisa says, Santa does exist. It is the spirit of love and generosity we all have for each other. So what about those parents who can't afford Santa gifts? How many times I've given gifts to families that can't do this for their own, and we must all be Santa for those in need. So yes, Santa does exist. Do you believe like Lisa does? Yeah. And Sumaya says, your daughter is so confident and smart. I agree. So I think that those are all the questions that I had for Ellie. And we had a few questions in my groups, and some of the people were wondering, so what do I do now? If maybe I've already started talking with my kids about Santa, or they've kind of gotten the myth of Santa through media and interactions with other folks, and now they believe in it. They're wholehearted believers. How do I find balance for those kids without breaking their hearts or destroying something that they love? So you can be really gentle and slow with it. Start talking about it like whenever you mention it, say the story of Santa and how much fun Santa is, and how much you believe in Santa, and how much fun and magical it is. You can start talking about it gently like that. And then when they start having questions, you can ask them what they think about it. And you can let them gently know that it's a game that is so much fun, that it's something that is so meaningful to so many people, and that even grown-ups love the magic of it so much, and believe in that magic and that spirit of it so much that they want to keep playing it. And that kind of asking them, what's it like to be in that space between something, being real and something being magical. Okay, you can be all done if you want to.
No, not
you done? You're going to come back?
Yeah.
Okay, we're almost done. So.
We are?
Yeah, it was fast. But Ellie's going to get a drink of water. So if you guys do have any other questions, I would love to answer them. And you can put them in the comments later if you're watching this in the replay. And Ellie will hopefully help me answer them too if you want a 7-year-old's perspective. But this was something that we kind of found our way in it because of her own needs. She's tends to have a little bit more anxiety and be nervous about things, and we really had to let her lead the way in that. But for some kids, they just need to know that it's so let's see, RD is asking, does that apply to the tooth fairy as well? Yeah, that's kind of how we've always approached things like this. Again, because our oldest daughter does feel a little nervous about mysterious strangers coming into rooms that she might be in, we've always been pretty honest about that it's us, but that it's a fun game to play, and that takes some of the anxiety out of it for her. Do you like the tooth fairy coming here? Yes. What does the tooth fairy usually do?
Take my tooth and give me money. But not just any type of money. Dollars, and like bills, and sparkles. See that?
Sparkles, yeah. There's usually glitter on that money. What's the glitter?
Well, there's glitter pens, and then there's some glitter pen.
But why is there glitter on the money from the tooth fairy?
Oh, she has pixie dust. That
it's pixie dust. I see.
And there's also little sparkles.
Yeah, so I mean, I think, like, again, like, we can make this super fun that doesn't have to take away any of the fun or the magic of it. And kids love to play and pretend. I have another Santa. Okay, we're starting to get a little silly over here, so I think that we're going to probably wrap up. But there was another post on Instagram that I loved, that I would love to point you guys to. Respectful Parent on Instagram. I'll put her tag in here, and she talks about pretty much the same approach to this that she's had with her kids, and there's lots of people who are asking questions on that thread. She's got great answers, so I'm going to direct you there too.
Santa.
A baby Santa. Okay. All right, so we're going to say goodbye. Ellie, do you want to say goodbye? Any last things about Santa that you want people to know?
Is there anything that you want people to know?
Nope, I'm good.
I'm good.
You're good too? Okay. Bye. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.